chefs for the annual gala that Meals on Wheels has. I've been a chef with them for over 10 years and came to David and said, I think I need to do more. And then I became a board member because of Wheels. Probably some days that David should do. But David is a wonderful executive director. He has been with us now 2.5 years. He oversees all of our day-to-day fundraising, operations, and community outreach efforts for Meals on Wheels Chicago. In addition to the fundraising efforts, he oversees the development and management of the board of directors. And previously, he was executive director of Second Sense, which is a social service agency serving people with vision loss, and held several management positions at the American Bar Association. David is a great husband and a wonderful father to 2 lovely girls. And I'd like to introduce you, David.
Thank you so much. You never tell a nonprofit executive director that you want to get more involved because either your wallet's going to be lighter or you're going to be on the board of directors. So,
or both.
Or both. Usually they do come together. So, as Lita said, I've been executive director of Meals on Wheels Chicago for about 2.5 years. One thing I like when I do these speeches, I like to ask the question, how many people know somebody who received Meals on Wheels? It doesn't have to be here. Wow. And how many people know somebody who volunteered for Meals on Wheels and delivered food? It's amazing. When I took this job, my mother happened to mention to me back in Pennsylvania that she had delivered for Meals on Wheels. I have no recollection of it whatsoever, but it really is a very simple but yet a very powerful model. And the model is that we help homebound seniors and people with disabilities to live independently by simply delivering them a healthy meal by a friendly driver and also doing a wellness check. We are able to let them stay in their home. So before I sort of talk the numbers, one of the things that I think is really helpful is to remember that this impacts individuals. So I can talk about the thousands of people that receive meals, but every one of those persons is an individual with an individual story. And as Alita said, we have this amazing fundraiser in November called Celebrity Chef. We have over 70 of the top chefs in Chicago who have volunteered their time on a Friday night to come out of their restaurants to provide all the food for free so we can raise money for this program. And what I want to show you now is a video of a recipient. This was shown at the last Celebrity Chef, and I think it gives you a real idea of the impact of this program. And then we'll talk a little bit about the numbers.
I had a double pneumonia. That was in March 13th. And the ambulance took me from the house. I passed out at the table. I didn't even know that I was going to pass out. And I did, and I don't remember nothing, so I woke up and in the hospital. But I'm thankful to have the Meals on Wheels because it helps me where I'm not pushed to cook, because otherwise I have to get up and get cooking on that stove, which now I could cook somewhat, not a heck of a lot, but I do. I make some noodles, I make mac and cheese, easy things. But before I used to make big dinners. I used to make turkey dinners, ham. I used to put out a banquet in my time. But when you get sick and you're up in the age, a few years, the big thing is when you have meals brought to your door by a special young man, and they help me out so I don't have to worry about having nutrition, right? And it's very important. You guys do a great job. And it's not just for sick people, it's for people that they can get help. By having nutrition, it's very important. And every time a meal comes that needs Meals on Wheels loves you. And mean, I receive that kind of love when I get my meals coming over here. It helps me out, keeps me strong. I mean, they give you fruit in there, you know, and little pears, apples. That's good for you. You know, it's very good food. And the food itself is good. Very good. So who's the chef that cooks all this stuff?
There's quite a crowd. It's a large professional commercial kitchen.
Oh, they do a great job.
Yeah.
They do a great job. So hooray to all the great chefs. Chefs do make you happy.
Certainly.
Yeah, because they put forth some good stuff, and you know, our bodies need it, you know. It's like Meals on Wheels, you know, you gotta have a chef in your life. Where you give your love to the people when you cook something that satisfies them and make them happy, and we all need our food. And that's where the chef comes in, because they bring happiness to people. A lot of chefs, their specialties in certain areas, you know. Mine's Italian. I love Italian food. My sauce is good, but that sauce you gotta add that little spice to it. You gotta put a little bit of that hot sauce, you know, in there, and a little sugar, just to bring out the tomato flavor. And you know what? People love it. And they don't even know it's hot sauce. It's just good. But you don't overdo it.
So we will have probably 1,000 guests.
Wow.
What do you say to them?
Well, if it's the certain Italian food now being cooked, I would say if they make it the way I said it, enjoy. Enjoy it.
So when we talk about the individuals, when we talk about what are we here for, it really is our tagline, keeping independence on the table, because it's really important to understand that but for the meal delivery, somebody like Sunny would be in either a nursing home or having to rely on neighbors or what have you in terms of dependability. So for us, it really is about the people being able to stay in their community, be served a nutritious meal, and even more importantly, to meet somebody like Jesse, who you see here. Because one of the things that happens is that it's more than just dropping off a meal. They are often just, you know, how are you doing today? If there's a problem, then it also can function as a wellness check. And if there is a problem, we do have case managers, or the city has case managers who can help them out. But I think the fundamental point, as Sunny said, every time she receives a delivery, she knows that Meals on Wheels loves her. And by extension, the people that support Meals on Wheels love her. It's just proof positive that she matters. So I want to talk a little bit about the program here in Chicago. Every Meals on Wheels program throughout the country is a different one. We are a separate 501c3 organization. We do belong to a national organization, but it's more of a membership organization as opposed to a reporting schedule. So we're 30 years old. We work to eliminate hunger and isolation for Chicago's homebound seniors and individuals with disabilities. 84% of the people that we serve says the driver was the only person they saw that week. They are at home, they are alone. 84% said no one else came to that door. 9 out of 10 Meals on Wheels Chicago recipients exist on less than $300 a week. 20% of them are veterans, and 66% of them are women. And we are a partnership between the City of Chicago and Open Kitchens, which makes and delivers the meals. And together, we provide more than 2.5 million meals per year to our Chicago neighborhoods. And the good news is that people are living longer. So that you see great advances in medicine have extended our average life expectancy to over 78 years. But that means all the things that attenuate old age is also there, and more people. So one of the things that we see is that the need for our service is only going to grow. So for example, the number of seniors in the United States is expected to double from between now and 2050. There are 57 million people that are considered to be seniors, usually over the age of 60. There'll be 112 million by 2050. And of that, 9 million seniors face the threat of hunger. And 25%, 1 in 4, live alone. So basically, what we're here to do is we make the difference between remaining in their home or having to go to a nursing facility. One of the things research has shown is that seniors, if they have the right support, they gain greater quality of life, fewer hospital stays, and live longer. And if you want to talk about efficiency, I think this statistic says it all. We could provide 1 year of meals for 1 day in a hospital, for the equivalent of 1 day in a hospital, or the equivalent of 10 days in a nursing home. That's how simple it is. That type of that efficiency and that effectiveness. But it's more than just the food, as I said. 92% said it enabled them to remain at home. 81% said it improved their health because they're receiving a good, nutritious meal. I had someone, unfortunately, who was looking to join the program, and he said, "I'm so tired of eating cat food and crackers." You know, those are the type of calls I get, and because they have a nutritious meal that is appropriate for them, it gives them a better quality of life. And 90% says it makes them feel more secure and safe. Not only, like I said, is there a wellness check, but also the fact that someone is checking up on them and they feel much more secure with that. So let's talk about the numbers. $7 is what it costs us to feed a person for a day. Provide a lunch and provide a dinner, $7. Obviously, you do the math, 210, that's for 3 weeks. And $2,500, that will feed somebody for a year. $2,555 will provide nutritious meals to a senior or a person with disabilities for a year. And some of the things that you see, these relationships, this is Calvin, who was a long-term driver, who just retired. We had this wonderful relationship with Florence, who was over 100 years old. And when she did turn 100 years old, Calvin, who also happens to be a preacher, had his church make an enormous birthday card. And imagine how she felt when she opened the door and there was this wonderful man, this wonderful, happy man who presented her with a card that said, "Happy 100th birthday," and signed by his congregants. And again, it's not just about the meals. We always say it's more than a week, more than a meal. It's really about that connection. So Florence says, "I'm really grateful to the people who support Meals on Wheels Chicago. I salute you. Meals on Wheels Chicago is the best." So one of the other things that we do is, beyond just the home delivered meals, is these opportunities to do volunteer work. And the program is sort of divided into two. One is the home delivered meals, which is the smaller program because obviously it's much more expensive to deliver meals to individuals than it is to deliver meals to a congregate site. So the City of Chicago and our nonprofit partners have over 60 congregate meal sites. It can be a regional senior center down to a small church where several people gather to have a meal together. And it's really important that they have that socialization, but also they like to have fun. So one of the things that we do is we go out to these senior centers and we play bingo with them. And if you ever want to see people really going after each other, bingo is it. I mean, for a $5 Walgreens card, they will get into fights. But I think, again, it's that same idea of showing up in people's lives. A very wise man said to me, "Don't ever underestimate the power of just showing up." Sort of, again, when I always think about Rotarians, you show up. You're the ones who answer the call. You are the ones who say, "It matters to me." And when we come into the senior centers and we play bingo with them, and sometimes if it's a holiday, we'll have a holiday party for them. We've done yoga for seniors. We brought in a yoga instructor. We brought in DJs. And again, it's this idea that there are so many people who want to participate in this program, and we want to give them an opportunity to participate. So, closing the circle, I started talking about this celebrity chef ball where we have these. Alita's been involved for more than 10 years. There is something about the confluence of that event and what we do. And I think Paul Verant, who is a chef in the western suburbs, says it best. In the end, food heals and sustains us. The ability to share food with someone is at the heart of what it makes us human. For people who are homebound, having a nutritious meal to you, delivered to you by a warm and friendly driver is the highlight of the day. We should never underestimate the healing power of presence. Again, the healing power of presence, of showing up. Presence at a spectacular event, presence when you're working with people you truly like, and the small, quiet moment of presence when you hand someone a meal and ask them how they're doing. And I think that, more than anything, really symbolizes the power of Meals on Wheels as a program. So that is my presentation, and I would be delighted to answer any questions you have.
When's next fall? Where is it?
So next fall, November 8th, it is at Morgan Manufacturing. It is 401 North Morgan. The event itself is divided into two. It's actually two parties. There's a VIP party that you will be sitting in pods of 30 people. You will have 3 of the top chefs in Chicago providing you with 6 courses of their own choosing. You will have a personal mixologist who will match cocktails to what you're having. And then that starts at 6 o'clock. At 8:30, we have a tasting menu where you have 40 more chefs. And you can walk around, and we have this great partnership with Breakthrough Beverage, who provides these incredible cocktails and unique opportunities. So that is November 8th at Morgan Manufacturing. If you go on our website, Meals on Wheels Chicago, and go under events, you'll see information on that. Great question. Yeah.
How is the program funded?
So as I said, we are a private-public partnership. We were founded in 1987 by a group of civic leaders who found that seniors were not receiving meals on federal holidays. So what was happening is that the primary funding comes through the Older Americans Act, through the Department of Human Services, and that provides the lion's share of meals. What was happening is that, however, on the days that you want someone to have a meal, like Thanksgiving or Christmas, those were the days that people were not being fed. And so we were founded to fill that gap. So the program has federal money, state money, little city money, and then our portion of it is from individuals. We do not receive any government funding. Primarily our funding is from individuals, foundations, and corporations. Yes.
Considering that under the Olmstead decision, it is an obligation of the Medicaid program to support people in as independent a manner as they choose, why aren't your Meals on Wheels a Medicaid benefit? Since you are directly contributing, you're essential to people's health, you keep them independent, and you save the Medicaid program gobs of money.
That's a really good question, and I actually do not know the answer to that. I mean, I know that the funding comes through DHS, but I don't know how it's related to Olmstead. But I'll do some research and I will get back to you on that. But I think it's a really good question, because as you saw, the effectiveness of this program, just keeping the people out of a nursing home, is really important. I think obviously there are things that we could be doing better for seniors and people with disabilities, but this is where we are, and then it's always working with our city partners and working with our foundations as well to increase the number.
I believe the community service did donate $1,000 to our celebrity chef ball this year.
Did?
What did they do? And what did that do? Who did that feed? Or how many people did that?
Well, if you do so it's $2,500 to feed, provide a year worth of meals. You probably fed somebody from January through April, maybe even May. So it's really, like I said, we talk about numbers, but we always think about the individual.
Thank you, David.
Thank you so much.